This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, leading the league in podcasting entertainment.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the Fast Break Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Anderson. Alongside me is Ricky Widmer.
What's up, what's up?
Fuck you. Dave Oster.
The hatred for the what's up
Okay,
will always continue.
We had like five comments
We're
now.
getting a ton of them, baby.
Yeah.
Five comments.
What's up? The
They're encouraging
WPN. What's up, nation, baby?
That's not a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. Just started.
I hope you make shirts for that, and I'm burning all of them. I will buy all of them and burn them. Dave Oster, how are you?
I'm here.
As long as you buy them, that's the most important part,
I
right?
feel so underwhelmed, like under the shell of the what's up nation over my head.
You can be a part of the What's Up Nation.
Don't.
I can't. I physically can't.
Let's agree, Dave, and not do that. I love you guys. I do. I love all of you guys in the comments. I love when you guys are paying attention to all of our stuff. But seriously, what's up should not be a thing.
Don't curse the man.
It's a thing.
God damn it.
I appreciate
All right.
everybody of What's Up Nation.
Anyways, we're getting into Summer League talk. We're going to be talking about who is the most important rookie or who is the most impressive rookie, who kind of fell flat. We're talking about just general impressions of the Summer League. We're also talking about the All-Star game being moved from Charlotte to somewhere else. All we know is that they are moving the game from Charlotte, the 2017 All-Star game from Charlotte, and we are going to wrap that up by talking about USA Olympic basketball. The Olympic team just beat up on Argentina 111-74. But let's jump into the Summer League first, and the question I'm throwing out there right away is, who is the rookie that impressed you the most?
Is it not Papa John's?
Oh, yeah, Papa John's, who I think shot like 31% from the field as a guy who shot like away.
The replacement for Boogie, man.
Yep, 35% from the field, about like 3 turnovers a game, 4 rebounds as a big man when he's playing 20 games. Oh, he's not the worst pick in the draft. How could you say that? You never see him on the court. 37%, 35% from standing 2 feet away. High percentage shot this kid's taking, and he can't do it. I don't know. It wasn't Papa John's. But who impressed you the most?
To me, it's got to be Brandon Ingram. He's the guy
It's got to be Brandon Ingram?
It's one of the things where it's like I got to see a good sample size, I would say, of his games. And plus, he was the one where I'm now excited I'm excited to see this Laker team play against good competition, even though I still think they're going to be bad this year.
Everyone does.
And
Yeah.
2, I am now starting to kind of see the clouds are kind of parting away from Sean's playoff prediction in 3 years.
So you're agreeing with me?
Well, they need one more piece. They need
All right,
either
we're
a
not
free
getting on that.
agent or
Okay.
a draft. But
That's
the
interesting.
clouds are coming. They're kind of peeking some sunlight.
Look, I respect Brandon Ingram, and he's had a really good showing. He's inconsistent so far, which is fine. You know, he's a young shooter. He's still trying to get that. The positive is he's gotten that stroke. We see that easy shot, very fluid motion. He looks like he can score a shit ton. Like that's fantastic. But he wasn't even the most impressive guy on his own team. Zubac went out there, dropped 10 and 7.
Well, okay, if I'm going to pick
Couple
the
blocks
most
a game.
impressive Laker, I'm going to pick D'Angelo Russell. But the question was rookie. That's why I went with
No,
Yeah,
Brandon Zubac.
Rookie. Zubac's a rookie. That's
no,
what
but
he's
I'm saying, like, to me, the most, I would
Most
say
impressive
D'Angelo
rookie was-
Russell was even more impressive than Zubac.
Different discussion. But look, Zubac, I feel like he went out there and he proved a point that
Well, he's got more to play. Like, he's got more to play for too, because he wasn't the second overall pick in the draft and
so
everything.
by having less pressure, performing better.
and still
And
has a
that's
roster
cool.
spot because they
Yeah.
need a center.
No, he has a roster
he's
spot,
fighting
but
for
he
a
still
starting
has,
role against
yeah.
the worst contract of the offseason with Timofey Mozgov. So, look, I think he went out there and proved that not only can I play on offense, I can play defense. He is an all-around player, and I think he is going to... I mean, obviously, he won't start because of that massive contract completely just forcing him to start Mozgov, but, look, he's going to get more and more time as this season goes on, and he really impressed me. But he's not even my most impressive player. But, Sean, I'm curious to hear what yours is, so
Thon
I can
Maker.
just shit on that. Oh.
Thon Maker. All right, here we go.
Okay.
He shot terribly from the field, 37%, but he was shooting from mid-range. He wasn't standing on the basket. He shot 31% from 3 for a guy who's 7'1", that's pretty
pretty
impressive.
good. Yeah.
And he also had 9.6 rebounds per game, had a block a game around there, and he was dominating the boards at some point. 17 in his second game. It was against the D-League All-Stars, but still, 17 rebounds, 17 points, 15 rebounds, 15 points,
He hit a
13
triple-double
rebounds.
the other day out there, right?
Close to no, he didn't.
No, it was 10 fouls, right?
Yeah, 10 fouls.
Yeah, that counts.
Well, no, he didn't have. He had 6 rebounds.
Oh,
yeah, so
he blew it.
10 points, 10 fouls. Okay, but if you look at the other games, he had 6 in another one. So he only fouled out of 2. If it's NBA
Fair
rules,
enough. And I know
rules.
it was intentional fouls at the end of the game, whatever. But no, I mean Thon was impressive. I mean we've given him a lot of shit on this show. For the 23-year-old, he went out there, had himself a great performance.
And it's not like a Papagiannis where I said he was the worst pick in the draft. I said he just needs to go out and prove himself, and he did do that. He did a great job out there.
Because this is what we didn't get to see because he played in that Canadian basketball group. It's like the high school, but it's like the semi-pro high school. Mm-hmm. But it was good to see him out there against top level talent for his age group. And seeing guys who he's going to play game in, game out with in the NBA.
And don't forget, with him and Papagiannis, Thon Maker was a guy we could have seen go 10, and it's like, okay, I can see why you drafted him there. Papagiannis was a guy where you took him at 13. It's like, who? Who did you just take?
Why?
Where? Out of Greece?
It was more why.
Dude, he was a guy that I didn't even have on the radar in the first round, let alone 13.
Yeah, I think mine was like second.
Yeah. Let alone at 13th overall. It's like, who?
Again, worst pick of the draft. People say he's not, but whatever. I'm not getting into it. He could deal.
Hey, 4 years down the line, that could be proven to be not true. But right now, I think it might be true.
Most impressive to me, was Thon Maker. I think if he learns restraint with his fouls, obviously, because he's still average about 5 a game. Whether you take out that 10 foul game, but I think if he learns restraint in when he needs to shoot. And when to take those threes, and obviously just polish his game in general. But he does have the skills there. And his you talked about sweet stroke with Brandon Ingram. Thon Maker's shot looks really good.
Yeah, he's not too far behind. I really like what he showed out there. Now it's always the next question up there. It's okay. He did this in Summer League. Now let's see him in the regular season. Let's see him go 82 games. Can he do it? Can he stay healthy the entire time? It's always. With bigs who are in that 7-foot range, it's always the question. It's not if, but when. When are they going to go down to their own body? Because people aren't made to be that tall, to be that athletic, and to high intensity workouts the way NBA games are these days. So look, he's young, he's athletic, and he's got a good shot. I think he's got a good chance to stay healthy, too.
Well, and I mean, the biggest criticism of, and I know that people are like, oh, well, and I'm on that side of, it's the fucking Summer League. Let's see if when they go up against, I want to see what Thon Maker can do when he's going up against, like, the Draymond Greens, the actual bigs that are like, okay, this guy's an NBA
I like how the
starter.
actual big is Draymond Green.
Well, okay, DeAndre Jordan, even
Steven
like
Adams, Boogie.
Cantor. I don't need to name all the bigs in the goddamn NBA.
I just like you name a big. That's
it's
all.
just the one thing is I can't wait to see him, Ingram, Simmons. I'd even throw Chris Dunn in there. What they can do against actual NBA starters.
I would say any top 10 pick too. I mean, I'm excited to see what Bender can do actually in an NBA game because he kind of struggled in the summer league. Didn't impress that much, but still, I want to see what he's able to do because the summer league isn't the whole go-to thing. Thon Maker could still flop,
and that's one thing.
Absolutely.
I want to
same with Ben Simmons too. I'll throw him in
with Bender. You say kind of
unimpressive.
He wasn't unimpressive, but do you think we weren't focusing on it as much because they had Chris too? It's it doesn't matter if he's they've got Chris as well.
And Devin Booker dominated, and so did Ulis. So
that's my guy right there, Devin. Or I'm sorry, not
Tyler
Devin Booker, Tyler Ulis. Like, look,
both of those playing together this season. Oh,
best friends reunited again. It's the Kentucky Phoenix connection, man. Tyler Ulis went out there, had himself a hell of a summer league. He looked like he was a mini floor general. Like he just looked natural. It's like he didn't miss a beat coming up from college basketball. Still killed it, had averaged over 6 assists a game, 14.5 points.
And the one thing I will say, if this continues into the regular season, because when he hits the regular season,
that's
obviously
a packed backcourt. I don't know how much time he's going to get.
It's one of those things where if he can show something in practice and kind of prove to the coaches. I know we had a tweet asking who we would look at, either Bledsoe or Knight for Phoenix. If I'm one of those two guys, I'm kind of getting nervous if he starts proving himself because it's like, shit, I could be the one that's out, and then he could take my spot as the backup.
See, I think those two will still be a part of that rotation. I think Ulis won't start I don't think he'll start right away. I think with this size, I think he won't start right away.
I think eventually it could create the discussion of
it's Phoenix.
Who's tradable.
Somebody's getting traded.
Yeah,
or someone's getting hurt.
Tradable, Knight or Bledsoe. Well, and that's the one thing.
Phoenix,
Eric Bledsoe,
my money's on trades.
He hasn't been healthy.
They like to give up young talent. It's what they do. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, both the guys we're talking about are locked up on a contract for a couple more years.
17 and 20.
So why not? But no, I was super impressed by Tyler Ulis, and I think you're right. He did cover up for some of the, unimpressiveness of the low post players they drafted.
The one thing that was kind of shocking to me was the lack of actual impressive shooting from Buddy Hield and Jamal Murray, who we said were going to be the best shooters.
Yeah, we walked into this being like, oh, these guys are lights out scorers. That's what they do in the NBA. And then it got off to a rough start.
It got off to a rough start. I mean, but the scoring improved for both of them, but the shooting didn't. I mean, I think Jamal Murray shot like 21% or something like that. He was not effective from 3. And same with Buddy Hield, 1 for 7, 1 for 7, 3 from 12, 5 for 14, and 1 for 8 from 3.
Is it the NBA range?
Well, I don't know. I don't
Buddy's
understand
been
why.
taking long shots though his entire career. That one kind of bugs me. He should be used to it.
And what the Jamal Murray shot 77 for 100, and Buddy Hield shot like 84 from 100 in that Celtics workout.
Celtics gym is loaded.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, maybe it's
check the balls so they uninflated.
Rate.
Is that hoop at regulation size?
Bringing up deflated balls in Boston. Maybe the floor is a little bit elevated so they have more of a line.
I don't know what it is,
the basket,
but that was disappointing.
It was unimpressive for both of those guys. I mean, they did put up points. I think Murray averaged around 19, Buddy Hield averaged around like 17. So they were scoring, but then again, it was just you also played like 30 minutes every game.
You want to talk about filling out a stat sheet? Talk about Jaylen Brown this summer league. This guy put up 16, 6, and almost 3 a night. And look, he had flashes of really great performance, really athletic out there, running down the ball across the court. The thing I'm concerned with is, again, it's that efficiency out there. He's not always making the best shots. And even if he gets a good, clean look at it, he's not able to knock down those shots consistently yet. This is nothing new. We've talked about this. We've analyzed this game. It's expected, but it is kind of like reinforcing that concern. It's, all right, he can go out there and ball, but we got a long way to go before he's efficient, and we can really trust him.
See, the one thing that when we did overrated prospects a long time ago, I think we kind of said he's going to be in that James Harden area where he will drive to the basket and make his money at the free throw line, and where he'll really shine and add on points is at the free throw line. And that's what he did this summer league. Because I mean, if you look at the points that he did put up, I think he had one of his games where he put up 20, 12 of them from free throw line. His first game, 11 of those points was from free throw line. The game he put up 25, 8 of those were from the free throw line.
Yeah, he shot just 32% from the field.
Yeah, so. He's making his money there. I mean, 30% from the field is terrible, and if he's going to be making his money at the free throw line, 68%'s got to improve. So,
absolutely.
But yeah, there is still that body that we talked about. He still has that NBA body. He still has that mindset of an NBA player who can go to the basket and score, and that's the one thing that
I like that confidence.
Impressive.
I'm glad he doesn't shy away from that, because then I'd start to get worried. Because if he starts doubting himself and starts passing up on some of these shots and starts, handing the ball off to other guys, then you see a broken guy, because it's like, look, what you are is a confident scorer. You're athletic. Go out there and get it for yourself.
Well, and I don't think that'll happen, because when he does get to the actual, now that we're done with Summer League and they actually get to actual games, who does he got to work with him? Brad Stevens, one of the best coaches with young talent.
True. Yeah, true. And the thing with Jaylen Brown, again, he's got the scorer's mentality of he'll just chuck him up, because if you look at his stats, I mean, he was just chucking him up. The thing, though, with the James Harden comparison, he's just way less polished, because James Harden came in, started shooting 40% from 40% from the field and about 80% from the free throw line. So
also
obviously
has better handles when driving to the basket.
I mean,
as well.
His percentages need to go up. He needs a lot of tooling, but like you said, Brad Stevens does work well with young talent. Another guy that I want to throw out there, only played 2 games, so Ricky's probably going to get on him for not playing a lot.
Should have played more.
Chris Dunn, 2 games, put up 20 points in both of them, and I think they were probably like, all right, let's just not risk injury because we know he's fine. I think that was kind of his idea.
I absolutely agree. I think you put Chris Dunn and Ben Simmons in the same category of, yes, they're phenomenal talents. Hey, we hit on these spot on, everything we ever expected. No reason to put them out there on the Summer League floor and risk them more than we need to. And yeah, you're right. Chris Dunn absolutely impressed in very short time.
Well, and for me, it's because of the small sample size. It's not something like we saw with an Ingram or let's say a Valentine, but I still saw like, I know this is going to piss off T-Wolves fans, but bye-bye, Rubio. We don't need you anymore. This is our future.
Well,
we can think about trading.
I think
you're
a little early on that,
yeah.
but I think it's definitely a step in that direction. They have that assurance that Ricky Rubio, they've got that guy who can fill in very quickly for Rubio. Rubio's got a lot of experience. He's got a lot of savvy, and he's still got, I think, the veteran leadership of that locker room.
And that's going to help them. I mean, obviously they have KG, who's the aging grandpa of that. Yeah, he's the playing coach. But the thing with Rubio is I think he'll still stay for a season. Let Chris Dunn still develop. Let Chris Dunn get his footing, and then see what they need with Rubio in the lineup. So maybe they do go out and get a center and add that, or maybe they go out and get a power forward. For
I don't know. The one thing,
center.
I feel like they already have that power forward big because the guy who impressed me was Adrian Payne.
Payne actually showed up.
State. I mean,
he's a
guy,
bench player to me, though.
Yeah.
But he's a guy that could develop, and seeing the stats that he had, 15 points a game, 7 boards a game. He shot 41% from the field. This is something where it's like, okay, cool. This is the development that I want to see because I kind of want him to fall out of the league because I loved seeing him at Michigan State. And I feel like one day he could be a quality player for a team.
But a guy who's already 25, who's already had 2 years in the league, it's nothing. And his percentages have always been around that. I mean, his first year, he was shooting around like 41% from the field. So, I mean, I think he's just a bench player, though. I don't think he's anything for the future.
That's all he's going to be.
A 25-year-old guy impressing for the summer league isn't that impressive. I mean, and he's shooting only 40%. I mean, Bobby Portis came in his second year shooting like 49% and 41% from three. I mean, Adrian Payne, while I think it's just more of an old man dominating a young guy's game. I don't think he's going to be
25-year-old being called an old man
compared to these rookies. But Adrian Payne's a bench player. I think with a guy like Ricky Rubio, you can get way more value than a guy like Adrian Payne in your starting lineup.
No, I'm not saying going ahead and start him. I'm just saying I think that he can be able to help this T-Wolves team and benefit the Coach Thibodeau T-Wolves this year. And I liked what I saw from him.
Yeah, I mean he can help, but I don't think he's the future at all. For
no,
the
I wasn't saying that he was.
Well, you said someone who I
said
just
a
took
vendor.
I took it the wrong way.
He impressed me. It was one of those things where it's like, man, I could actually see him actually get some minutes this year and help out this team. I'm not saying he's going to start over KG or anything, but
KG won't start.
Yeah,
it would be Dieng.
He could. I mean, old man KG still got it, man.
No, he doesn't.
God.
No, he doesn't. Anyways, final thoughts on the summer league. I know you probably want to throw in your Bulls.
Yeah, let's do the annual Bulls talk.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not going to get totally into it because a lot of it was said on the Behind the Pen segment that Rankin had me on. But the one thing with this Bulls, I'll keep it short and sweet. I liked Portis, even though Valentine could have shot a little better. From what I saw from this young group was, okay, we have a group of young guys for Hoiberg to work with. Don't worry about the Wade Rondo deals. Rondo's only going to be here a year. Wade, it's 2 years, and he's probably going to be gone. These are the guys you need to focus on for the future. As fans, focus on the Portis, the Valentine, even the Grant, because that's going to be the team in 3-4 years.
I'll help you with this this pushing of the Bulls rhetoric. I think the Bobby Portis is one of the best players in the summer league. I mean, his splits, his shooting, he looked like a man amongst boys there.
Now I'm with you on that.
We can now trade Taj at the trade deadline.
That's what that showed.
Bobby Portis said, "I'm here. You can get rid of the Taj Mahal. Send him somewhere else."
I think this is a little bit of early talk because and I feel like the same way about the Ricky Rubio thing.
I said at the trade deadline. At the trade deadline. Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's not make a Pau Gasol move where we fucking say, no, he's the key to the core, and then he's in San Antonio.
But in the meantime, he gives us that excellent score off the bench, and that way we can go with, Taj and him on the floor at the same time and stretch that floor out even more. He gives us a lot more options, and I'm happy to see him develop because that rookie year, we got a lot of hype out of him. And, I didn't get enough minutes. I felt like I wanted more and more and more of him. So Summer League gave me a lot of hope. The one guy I was actually impressed by was Felicio. Like, he went out there, his pick and roll game was tight. Him and Denzel had a lot of teamwork going out there. They know how to roll with it.
He shot something stupid like 75% too, right?
He had a fantastic Summer League. And, he was putting up, he averaged 11 points a game and 6 rebounds. But, yeah, he was shooting 75%. I mean, he absolutely killed it under the net. And I loved it because he was actually weirdly smooth for a big man. Like, look, my early impression of him was like, he's a 6'9", like, fat guy who's just kind of out there to soak up time. He actually looked pretty smooth. His footwork wasn't the best, but it was actually better than expected. So, again, I think this is like what we saw out of the Bulls Summer League was basically, here's our bench mob, and I am so happy with that because they gave me hope. The only thing, like you mentioned, Ricky, was the poor shooting out of both Denzel and Jerian Grant. They both
but
can
I mean,
do
that's something that I think is going to improve. But the confidence
is there that this group of 5 guys that we saw start the Summer League
did you see
can come in and run with it for our second team and play against NBA
The spin move from Valentine, just to spin the shot. It's stuff like that where I'm like, man, the confidence is there.
Flashes are there.
Yeah, it's just
because he can go 0 for 6 in the first half and still demand the ball at the end of the game and knock down shots
and
for
that's
you.
I mean, look at Kobe.
He was.
Look at Kobe.
Don't you dare compare.
Get out.
I went 0 for 6, but still give me the ball.
I don't fucking.
It's that mentality. No, I'm not saying he's one of the greatest of all time. I'm just saying it's a mentality. The greats have it, man. The greats have it.
All right. Anyways,
Sean, put us out of this misery.
Yeah,
segment.
we're gonna put the misery out. Tell us who impressed you in the Summer League down below in the comments.